So, in business, when exactly do you let go? And is letting go giving up? Thank you for joining us. Let's look into this for today as to when is it the right time for you in business to either change the business sector that you are in into another, or when do you actually upgrade, and when do you actually like accept to say I might be good at doing product 1, 2, 3, and 4, but I am now too personally attached to it. It's time for me to let go and try something else. Not quitting business, but trying something else. Okay, I will make an example about me. I know most of my followers on YouTube followed me from the time when I was still a journalist, followed me when I was still on radio back in the day, and they have followed me to most of my social media accounts. So I've gotten this question a lot to say, hey, why did you let go of radio? Why did you let go of newspapers? Because you used to write articles for newspapers. Why did it all come to a standstill? And how did I decide to say, okay, I am now letting go? So newspapers have been around for a very long time, and they've been making money for their owners for a very long time. And every important person back in the day, the first thing that they wanted in the morning was reading the newspaper while sipping coffee or whatsoever. But how did newspapers die? Newspapers died because, social media came up. So as a company, I am no longer going to speak to a newspaper and put my advert inside a newspaper, or tell them that, guys, can I have the full page 6 and display my products there and do all kinds of work. It does not work like that anymore. Instead of going to the newspaper, I would just rather set up a social media account and list all the products and have my testimonials there from my happiest clients, and everything is going to be on social media, and I'm not restricted in terms of the space. So meaning I can now upload 2 hours worth of videos explaining the product, explaining whatsoever. So it is just times caught up with the newspaper industry, hence it is crumbling. Even the newspapers that are around are crumbling. Others are being funded by other forces external from news, politicians, certain big business people who fund them to push specific narratives and whatsoever. Hence, some of them are still around to this day. But do people still wake up and run around in the morning looking for a newspaper? Not exactly. So it's only a few of those that are left, and they could be funded otherwise, like I have stated. So exactly what killed the business, that is that the business evolved. The people who were pumping money into the business have found better methods of bettering their businesses versus advertising in the newspapers and whatsoever. Hence, the newspaper business had to die. So let's say, okay, I'm one person who was in the newspaper business. I own Soweto Observer. It was my publication. So me being the business owner, when did I actually decide to say I am very good at it, I am very attached to the product, but when do I actually let go and say, okay, this ship is not going to drown with me still in it? The moment when you start seeing the transition, when you start seeing where your clients are going next, when you start understanding the newer technologies, then that gives you a push for you to also move towards the same direction. So I always try to think like my clients. So why do my clients speak to me? Why do they choose me? Why do they want to work with my company? It's usually the very same reasons and the same answers that I get from them. They allow me to shape and position my company in a position that it will be desirable, it will look more appealing to my customers. Because when they look at it, they can see, oh, okay, so this is how he has positioned himself. Positioning my company with his company will help me to reach this destination. So that is how I get clients, and that is how I build and maintain the relationships that I have with clients. So the newspaper business had to come to an end because of the way technology was improving and the way things were evolving, and I moved it from just being a newspaper into a digital media agency. And the same people that I used to advertise for are the same people that I had to build websites for, are the same people that I'm doing digital marketing for. From dating from 10 years ago, others I started working with them even way before that. So I have transitioned with them. Why? Remember when I stopped the newspaper, I let go, but I was not giving up on business, and I was not giving up in the industry. I just evolved the understanding and I used it for something else for me to keep on staying in the game. I'm not the only one. I have Mitch's plate. One of my clients is working with glasses. He started working with glasses long ago when they used to draw and cut vinyl by hand, and we didn't have machines, and he had to let go to say, as much as I can draw, as much as I can do this, there are now newer technologies to do it that does the work faster. He had to go and learn how that is done, and he's doing very well in that industry as well. So in whatsoever business industry that you are in, you need to be able to tell the difference between letting go and giving up, and also be careful not to be emotionally attached to a product or a certain kind of business, even when it is no longer serving you, and you keep on staying and be loyal to it even when it is no longer helping you. So always remember, your business is there to serve you. You may be working for your business, but your business is there to serve you. Your business is there to pay your bills. Your business is there to pay future bills for your children and their children's children. So when you work it out, play the long ball. Do not play around you on what you see. So when you work, always work ahead in time. Hence, I always say it, and I will repeat it again. Learning the latest technology and going for training for the newest technology and getting your hands in it and being one of the first people to use it, it's one of the things that will get you ahead. Well, I know it has its problems. For example, digital marketing is still crumbling a bit in Africa because some people still don't believe that it would work for them. So you have to actually educate them about the product first and about the new changes that are in place, and then probably give them a free demo for them to try this thing out and see it. Probably then they will trust you in popping out money. But learning, bringing technology into your business is never a bad idea at all, because it always moves the business forward. So it's one of those things. Don't forget, when you are letting go, it does not mean you are giving up. Giving up is for losers. Don't ever give up in doing business. But if it's no longer serving you, feel free to drop it and go for something else. Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing and like and interact with us in the comment section. I would really like to know, how many businesses have you been in? How many businesses have you tried? How many have you failed in? And how many of them are you doing well in? Let's build our community and get to know each other. Thank you very much.